In another edition of Crazy People Are Gonna Do Crazy Stuff regardless of the weapons available to them, 3 people are dead in Nice, and one of them is without a head now because we don't have enough to worry about in 2020 and we need the resurgence of Islamic terrorism. You heard it here, folks, of course, because there wasn't enough goofy shit going on, so let's reignite that flame. You know, this happened in Nice, and it wasn't, well, it was quite a while ago, but it's a month over 4 years ago when, the truck of peace ran right through Bastille Day celebrations in mid-September of 2016, leaving 86 people dead. 86. Yeah, no guns were used, but still, 89 people have been killed by Islamic extremists in Nice in these 2 attacks, by the way. So let's give you the rundown. This just happened just last night. 3 people have died in a knife attack. Yeah, one is without a head. At a church in Nice, in what French President Emmanuel Macron, who all of a sudden found a backbone, and I can't be happier for this, said was an Islamic terrorist attack because he was running away and screaming Allahu Akbar. I don't know, that sounds like the catchphrase of fucking Islamic terrorism. Am I mistaken in that one? I know it's been a while, but I think that's what they tend to shout whenever they're doing something sinister, right? He said France would not surrender its core values after visiting the Notre Dame Basilica in the southern city. An extra 4,000 troops are being deployed to protect churches and schools. Yeah, how about you close them borders too, or keep them closed, or send back all of these asylum seekers that were the big fucking cause of all these problems beforehand. But hey, at least he's saying the words this time, because I remember back in 2016, like we seen here with the truck attack, there was no utterance of the words Islamic terrorism, but I suppose Macron's just had enough of this shit at this point. In Nice, one elderly victim was fucking an elderly woman, and you want to tear her head off? Oh my god, you fucking savages know no bounds. Official said another woman and man also died. For what? For what reason? Exactly, because you're supposed to kill the non-believers? It says that in the Quran, people. By the way, a male suspect was shot and detained. Probably got him in the leg, right? Anti-terror prosecutors have opened an investigation into the attack, and France has raised its national security alert to its highest level. French anti-terrorist prosecutor Jean-Francois Ricard, that is the Frenchest name I've ever seen. I'm sure he had a beret and a fucking baguette piece of bread next to him. Later said the attacker was seriously wounded by police. Oh no, I hope he's okay. Mr. Ricard said the suspect was a 21-year-old Tunisian national who had arrived in France earlier this month. Close the fucking borders, goddammit. He had a document issued by the Italian Red Cross. Well, God, if you're screening all these people, you should be able to weed out the terrorists. Oh well, they lie. Police sources earlier named the attacker as Barim Awasai, piece of shit. Oh, we'll go with that one. They said he traveled by boat from Tunisia to the Italian island of Lampedusa in September. He was placed in coronavirus quarantine there before being released and told to leave Italy. Yeah, take your shit and fuck off. Hey, scadici out of here, huh? Take your meatballs and go fuck your mother. Nice Mayor Christian Estrosi probably doesn't have the Italian affectation, but I'm stuck in a accent loop here. Spoke of Islamofascism. Ooh, that's a good term. I'm going to have to start using that. Said the suspect had repeated endlessly, Allahu Akbar, God is greatest. There you go. I wasn't just making this shit up. That's what the mayor of Nice, the Christian mayor of Nice. 2 other attacks took place on Thursday, one in France and one in Saudi Arabia. So guess what? They're back, folks. They are back. A man was shot dead in Montfayet near the southern French city of Avignon after threatening police with a handgun. A guard was attacked outside the French consulate in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. A suspect was arrested and the guard taken to hospital. Speaking after visiting Nice, President Macron said, "If we are attacked once again, it is for the values which are freedom, for the possibility on our soil to believe freely and not to give in to any spirit of terror. I say it with great clarity once again today. This is very, very new for the French, so I'll make sure to get this completely 100% correct. We won't surrender to anything because we continue to surrender to everything. I hope he follows through on this because, well, at least he's making efforts to, from what I can see so far. France to more than double the number of soldiers deployed. This is brand fucking new at time of recording here. According to Al Jazeera this is, sponsored by Qatar, by the way. I think it's Qatar. It's either Qatar or Saudi Arabia. They say that this knife attack, the exact motive of the attacker was unclear. Let me just refresh everybody's memory. He was repeatedly and endlessly screaming Allahu Akbar. I wonder what his motives were. I don't know, but according to Al Jazeera, the exact motive of the attacker was unclear. Yep. And like I covered earlier in the month, yeah, there was another attacker, the French teacher, who was showing merely cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. Oh, God be with him, God be greatest, fuck off. Was beheaded in broad daylight. Listen, I respect you if you want to practice your religion. By all means, feel free to. But when you take it to such an extreme barbaric level like that, and there are many edicts in the Quran and the Hadiths as well that are explicit and call for the death of non-believers. Muhammad's final words as he was dying was death to all Jews, by the way. Don't fucking forget that. So yeah, so we got coronavirus spikes all over Europe. We got the return of Islamic terrorism. And then over on the western part of the world, we're going to have far more fierce riots. I'm sure, what time is it? Yeah, Philly's probably burning already, so who fucking knows. Yeah, and it's only going to get worse. We got 5 more days, people. So keep your head on your shoulders and your stick on the ice. I don't know about you guys, but I think all of this fucking insanity is really revealing who are the true leaders and who are the imposters. I'm very, very glad to see that Emmanuel Macron grew a set here in the months off from Islamic terrorism. I hope the French Foreign Legion or whatever can stomp this out and people can go to church. Just fucking go to church or show cartoons of a man who took a child bride and discuss freedom of speech and freedom of ideas. Because like I said before, it's been a long time since I've had to think about Islamic terrorism, but it was still in the back of my mind thinking, it's like, oh, okay, it wasn't that long ago when it seemed like every couple of weeks we had some kind of an incident where people were dying and everybody was apologizing. Oh, it's not all Muslims. Oh, it's not all this. Listen, when it's one ideology that's consistently and unrepentantly causing all the violence, you've got to examine the root cause. And I guess we've had the left kind of come in and adopt that position. That's why we weren't really taking too much thought into what happened with Islamic countries. But, oh, hello again. Like the last video, President Trump just tweeted something out, and before I hit render, I just wanted to cover it because this is great. Like I said earlier in the video, this time has really exposed true leaders for what they truly are. We've got a bunch of strong leaders out there, and Trump is definitely one of them. My administration has suspended the entry of refugees from terror-compromised nations such as Syria, Somalia, and Yemen. Biden's plan surges refugees 700% into Minnesota, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, burgeoning schools and hospitals while opening the floodgates to radical Islamic terror. And cue the reeing. Look at all of this fucking shit here. They're just... Okay, I'm just going to scroll down, and we're just going to land on one, and it's definitely not going to be a pro-Trump response. And stop. Where's my arrow? Your administration took babies away from their mothers, and administration lost 12 million jobs, and you don't pay your taxes, and this. Yep, take a look. Yep, go figure, because Twitter's a fucking cesspool of absolute horse shit. I only use it for advertisement, and I like to talk to some of you people out there. So, you know, hey, drop me a line, Don Consuelo. I'm always available for consultations or, you know, just to shoot the shit. Anyways, back to the original cut. Wherever this shit gets implemented, the countries immediately go downhill. Just take a look at what Iran was in the early 60s under the Shah, and then what they are current day for proof of concept there. Separation of church and state, not like all of those retards that are currently out there being like, oh, my pussy is so important, I need to abort things, and skip the abortion and take the terrorist route out and scrape that thing. That's a good visual to leave y'all on. Thank you very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you guys to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.